just over a month ago. Do you hear them purring? This is Waffles and this is Toast. So our family adopted these very busy kittens just about a month ago, and with that came the news that many of my houseplants were not pet friendly. So I figured this is the perfect opportunity to discuss what houseplants are pet friendly and which houseplants you need to keep out of reach. These boys are about 3 months old and they just don't know enough about which plants they can nibble on. They nibble on everything. So everything that I have kept indoors previously are now out on my porch just to be safe. Unfortunately, many of the houseplants that we all know and love are poisonous to little kitties, like that's my Toast, who looks, and you can see, he loves nibbling little plants. So I have put a lot of my plants outside so that this guy stays safe, because he's not old enough yet to know, don't nibble all the plants. There are absolutely some plants that are totally pet friendly that your cats can nibble on and are encouraged to nibble on. But here's a few that you should keep out of reach of your pets, whether they be cats, dogs, bunnies, you name it. These are some houseplants you should avoid being in nibble region of your pets. This is an alocasia, which is a very popular tropical plant that comes in all different shapes and sizes. You can find it. This is a quite large one. There's very small ones, bambinos. These are very beautiful statement making tropical plants that look absolutely beautiful as houseplants, but unfortunately they are very poisonous to cats. They can produce inflorescence, which is a very fancy word for flower. This alocasia in particular, we had a lot of tropical heat here and it produced a flower very similar to the lily. These can be very, very toxic to pets if they were to nibble on them. So if you have an alocasia, keep it out of reach of your pets. Another popular houseplant that I love is the fiddle-leaf fig. I have a couple of them here, and I've done a bunch of videos on these trees. They are very toxic to kitties. Even though they are a ficus, which means fig, they are in the ficus family. They can actually produce figs, but they are toxic to both cats and humans. So this is another one you should keep out of reach from your pets and make sure they do not nibble on them. In the same family as the fiddle-leaf fig, as this is another type of ficus, the rubber tree. Mine's looking pretty bad as it is, but these should definitely be kept away from pets. Sticking with the tropical plants, this is a Monstera deliciosa, and even though they have deliciosa in the name, they do produce a fruit which supposedly is very delicious to humans. The leaves are quite toxic to pets. And this is another one that definitely should be kept out of reach from your pets. And this Monstera in particular, I had in my window, and it had all these aerial roots. The cats at first thought this was like the best ever cat toy. I had to bring it outside, which it's not super happy about being outside. It's getting a little bit too much sunlight. It's not quite used to it, but it's outside now to keep those kitties safe. Chrysanthemums or mums, mine aren't blooming at the moment, but these are also geraniums. These are all toxic to pets. Keep them away. Any type of aloe, this is my aloe pink, but the same goes for aloe vera or any other type of aloe. They unfortunately are toxic to pets. Another very popular houseplant, which unfortunately should be avoided if you have pets, is the snake plant. Fantastic in low light situations, not so good when ingested. If you do have them, put them up on a really high shelf. Same goes for other types of Sansevieria. Keep them out of reach from your pets. Many bulbous plants, these are in the hyacinth family. I don't actually have many bulbs. We live in California, so spring bulbs don't do too well, but anything like daffodils, hyacinths, this is a silver squill. It's in the hyacinth family. These bulbs are unfortunately quite toxic to pets. Tradescantia, which is another very common house plant. This in particular is a Tradescantia zebrina. Unfortunately, it is mildly toxic to pets. It's probably not too bad, but you should avoid having your pets nibble on this. The heartleaf philodendron, another fantastic vining houseplant. You'll notice I have it way up high on the shelf, as it is toxic to cats and all pets. Other really common houseplants that you should avoid when you have pets include ivy, jade plant, that's a kind of crassula or a succulent, dumb cane, pothos, and other types of scindapsus, sago palm, ZZ plant, asparagus plant, bird of paradise, caladiums, also known as elephant ears, dracaena plants, also known as corn plants, Chinese evergreen, peace lily, and really anything in the lily family. So I know what you're thinking. Oh my God, what houseplants can I have if I have pets? And not to worry, there are still plenty of houseplants out there that are absolutely pet safe and still easy to access and look great. Aeonium are a fantastic succulent, which are pet friendly. You can have these indoors with your kitties and they will be safe. Spider plant, another traditional house plant that has been around for ages, absolutely pet friendly. This is a non-toxic plant, looks fantastic in hanging baskets. Just hopefully your cats won't pull it down. Christmas cactus, Easter cactus, Thanksgiving cactus, what have you. These are pet friendly, so these are okay to have around your pets. Peperomia, this is a string of turtles. Down here is a rosso, there's a silver frost. There's lots of different varieties of these plants, and luckily they are all pet friendly. Pilea peperomioides. I'm probably pronouncing that completely wrong. Also known as your Chinese money plant. Mine's very happy, giving out some blooms here. These are pet friendly. These are pet safe. They are non-toxic. Other plants that I don't happen to have to hand but are well known for being pet-friendly plants include most types of ferns are pet-friendly, whether that's staghorn fern, button fern, Boston fern, you name it. Ferns are known for being pet-friendly, non-toxic plants. Another popular group of houseplants that are pet-friendly include calatheas. I did show you my aeoniums before. Other succulents that are pet-friendly include echeverias, sedums, haworthias. A lot of succulents are safe for pets. If you're really missing your snake plants or sansevieria, a good alternative are bromeliads. They are pet friendly. Many small palm trees like parlor palms or ponytail palms, they are pet safe. Great low light plants, including prayer plants and African violets, are also pet friendly. It's also safe to keep your orchids and polka dot plants. Those are all pet safe. If your pets, especially cats, are just constantly nibbling your plants and you want to keep them away from them, one option is to give them cat grass. This is just wheatgrass. You can grow it from seed. You can get it in most pet stores. It grows really quickly and the cats just love to nibble this down. It does supposedly help cats with either upset stomach or it helps them cough up their hairballs. I did have someone comment on one of my videos that their cat was eating their spider plant and then they kept vomiting, so they felt that it was toxic. And similar to the cat grass, it's not toxic. The cat is actually using the grass or the spider plant as like a little bit of forage to help them vomit. Usually they're trying to vomit up a hairball, and that's part of the reason they do nibble grasses. So keep that in mind. If you have grasses, they're less likely to nibble on your houseplants, but they might vomit and it's not really much to worry about. If your pet is vomiting excessively, of course, talk to your vet. I am not a pet expert nor a plant expert. This is all experiential. If there's excessive vomiting, that's a different story. Go talk to your vet. They will be able to advise you. But if it's occasional vomiting or a hairball, it's very normal. These two are now worn out from running around like maniacs all morning, and hopefully this has been helpful in helping you choose which plants to keep indoors when you have pets. This isn't a fully exhaustive list, it's just the tip of the iceberg. If there's any plants you're not sure about, just give it a Google. The ASPCA has a really good list on their website to help you choose the best houseplants for your pets. I hope you have enjoyed this video. I know it's been nice making it with my new friends. And of course, if you have any questions, feel free to put put them in the comments below. Give me any tips or suggestions. Those are always really helpful. And don't forget, you can always check me out on Instagram and TikTok, and of course, subscribe.